Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. In this video I want to announce some big news. A new book is published in my beginner piano series, and this one is going to be one that's beneficial not just to those who follow the course but everybody else who's a beginner or intermediate piano student. And the book is no other than Czerny's Opus 599, but this time for solo learners. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so, and if you like what you see, give this video a thumbs up. I want to say a big thank you to my Patreons who keep supporting this channel, and as a thank you to them, all my paid Patreon members are going to get a free ebook copy of the book. So just a quick introduction here, because a few weeks ago I started the Czerny Opus 599 video tutorial course, and I got to number 10, but then I stopped because I realized that this course needs a book. Before I talk about why this book is different to the other ones, I want to talk about the Czerny book. So Czerny's Opus 599 is kind of a technique exercise book for beginners to early mid-intermediate students. So it's a progressive book with 100 exercises where 1 is the easiest and 100 is the hardest. And it's one of the most popular books of Czerny's. He wrote thousands of etudes and exercise books and studies and technical exercises, and this one is one of the most popular in all countries around the world. I learned from it as a child, and I also teach from it now as a teacher. What you need to know about Opus 599 is that it's kind of in the middle between Burgmüller and Hannen, in that Hannen is very dry finger exercises. Czerny's Opus 599 is trying to put those finger exercise patterns into nice pieces with lots of melodies and chordal accompaniments and nice harmonies. But the pieces are quite simple and short, and they don't quite have the romantic and musical complexity of Burgmüller and other etudes like Tchaikovsky and Schumann. I wouldn't say that these are performance pieces for stage. They are definitely more on the technical, mechanical side, but they are a lot more enjoyable to play than, for example, finger exercises. And also you can learn a lot about phrasing and melodies and voice leading from these exercises, which you can't really do from finger exercises. So it's like a good medium. The pieces are short, easy to read and easily digestible, so you don't have to spend such a long time learning them as some of the previously mentioned composers like Burgmüller or Tchaikovsky, and they really focus on 1 or 2 technical challenges in each piece, and you can easily master those and go on to the next one. Now let me talk about my edition here. Why did I want to come up with this edition, and how is it different to the other ones? If you have ever used this book, you know that there are so many editions of it on Amazon. You can even download it for free from IMSLP. So why would I create another edition? Well, a few reasons. The first one is obvious. If I'm doing a full video tutorial course, it's good to have an accompanying book that actually follows my ideas, not someone else's. The second one is that all of the editions, even the newer ones, are kind of the same. They don't really add anything to the older ones. Some of them correct a few of the fingerings and, you know, some mistakes in the old scores, but they are generally speaking quite similar. The first thing that I made different in this book is that the music is a lot more spaced out, which means that it's going to be much easier to play it for beginners and people whose eyesight is not the best. Many of the free editions and also the paid editions that you can find on Amazon really squeeze the music into a very small space, which makes it very difficult to read for beginners because there are so many notes in such a small amount of space. It's harder to see the rhythm, it's harder to see the intervals. If you spread the music out a bit, the book is longer, is almost twice as long as the Schirmer edition, for example, but it's much easier to read, and your eyes can easily see where the rhythms join up between the left and the right hand. So that was number one that I worked on in this edition, to make sure the music is more spaced out and much easier to read for beginners and intermediate students. The second thing that is missing from almost every edition is that there's no explanation or guidance to any of the exercises. How can you work from a technical book if you don't know what you're supposed to do in the technical pieces? Obviously, when Czerny wrote this book, he was teaching these pieces to his students, so obviously he explained a lot as the students were learning these pieces. And there's the general expectation nowadays that if you get this book, you have a teacher, and your teacher is going to guide you through all the technical difficulties that you have to pay attention to. However, I wanted this book to be for solo learners, because my entire series, Beginner Piano Course, is all about solo learners who don't have a teacher and watch these videos on my YouTube channel to learn better piano playing. So I decided to add an introduction to every single piece, where the introduction tells you all about the difficulties found in that specific exercise, how to approach them, what to pay attention to, what can go wrong. And I think you'll find this extremely useful even if you don't watch the videos. Having said that, the third and most important part of this course and all of my courses is that every single exercise or study in this book is going to have an accompanying video tutorial where I not just play the piece for you, I also teach it to you. So from very start to very end, I play it hand separately, I talk about the rhythms, I count them, I talk about articulation, expression, and show you again all the things that can go wrong and all the things that you really need to pay attention to get them right. And this you cannot find with any other Czerny edition. Some of them have audio recordings like a CD, but that's just a performance and no one's going to tell you what to actually do. You can just listen to it. And I also added titles to the pieces. Now, none of these 100 exercises have any titles in the original edition, but I thought it would be a good idea to come up with some descriptive titles, which means that if you look at the table of contents, you can easily pick the studies that you need to work on. For example, if you are struggling with double thirds, or if you're struggling with triplet scales, then you can see in the titles which exercise or study is about that specific technical challenge. So this makes it much easier to kind of refer to the studies and also pick studies. At the start of the book, you'll see some information about the edition, about the beginner piano course, and about Opus 599. And you'll also find some introductory information about how to use this book, progression, titles, slow and even practice, tempo, articulation, dynamics, and fingering. Now, I want to say just a few words about how to use this book, because many people think that when you buy a technique book, you have to go from beginning to the end, play every piece in order and not do anything else. I don't think that's the best and most efficient use of this book. I think the best way to use this book is to use it as a supplementary book to your general piano studies. So you should follow either a method book or other piano literature, which is more musical, has a lot more different styles and genres in it. So you shouldn't just play one specific style of pieces, because these are obviously very classical era pieces, late classical, early romantic, but I would say more classical in their approach. So obviously the exercises address a lot of technical challenges, but by no means all of them. So lots of things that come up in late romantic music are not addressed in these pieces, and there's not a lot of counterpoint style pieces which you would find in Baroque era music. So it's very good for classical, late classical, early romantic music and general piano foundation. The way to use this book is to go on with your general piano method or whatever you're learning from, and either you can pick a few from each section, or if you really struggle with certain elements of your technique, then you can find studies that address that specific challenge that you're working on at that moment in your method book or other pieces. So I think that's much more logical to use it. If you go from 1 to 100, it can get boring because many of the pieces sound very similar. And for example, if you're a fast learner, you don't need to go through all of the exercises, because in each group there are at least 3 or 4 exercises that kind of work on the same challenge. So if you can do one of them really well, you might not need to do the other 3. If you're a slow learner, or if you really struggle with a specific concept, then you can reinforce it with 2-3 more studies. I hope this makes sense. So I just wanted to say this about the book and the way to use it. Now, how to get these books. So you can get it on Amazon from today, and the links are going to be below, and it's available on Amazon worldwide, and that's the cheapest way to get it, because Amazon can get it to you with free shipping if you have Prime. The only drawback with the Amazon editions, as I talked about this before, is that they only offer perfect binding, which means that the book will not open completely flat. So you will be able to kind of force it open, but it's not spiral binding. So it's a standard perfect binding. and it will need a little bit of force to keep the book open, especially because it's quite longish, 133 pages. The second way to buy this book is on my website, pianotips.com, and there you can have two options. You can either buy it as an ebook only, or you can buy it as a spiral binding, which means that the book will stay fully flat and it's going to be much easier to use it on the piano. Now, I can't make this available on Amazon. They simply don't do this. So if you want to get the spiral version, you have to get it from my website, and you will have to pay a slightly bigger shipping fee if you are an international buyer, because obviously I have to ship them individually and I'm not Amazon. And also, if you buy any print book on my website, it comes with the free ebook. So if you pay for the spiral, you're also going to get the ebook for free on the same day. So these are the options for getting this lovely book. And as I said, all my Patreon paid members are going to get it for free as an ebook this month. So I hope this gave you a little insight into why I created this book and why it's different to all the other editions and how it's going to be useful to you. Once you finish 599, there are lots of other Czerny books to go on to, like 299 or 740, which is very advanced. 299 is kind of late intermediate, early advanced. So you can have a path for progression when it comes to Czerny. If you like his exercises, there's so many to choose from. Now, I've already put on YouTube the first 10 exercises. They're going to come off this week, and I'm going to repost them. I know it's not ideal, but I want to update the sheet music in those videos, because in the first 10 I was using the Czerny edition, and I want to use my edition for the sheet music in those videos as well. And now I'm going to get back to getting all of these 100 exercises up on YouTube as quickly as I can, so you can pick whichever you want. So stick with me, and we're going to get through this journey of Czerny's Opus 599 practical method for beginners on the pianoforte. Hopefully you will learn a lot from it, and you're going to have a much better technique by the end of this course. If you want to join the course, you can go onto my website, pianotips.com. It's a free course, so it basically means you sign up and you can see your progression by ticking each of the lessons that you've already done. It's the same thing as watching the videos on YouTube, but it's a more organized way, because you can actually see what you've already done and what's missing from the other lessons. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions regarding the books, leave them in the comments. See you soon.